On June 19th, drone footage reportedly captured by industry analyst Joe Tetmir showed extensive land grading work underway at the Giga Texas site, an early physical sign of preparation rather than a routine factory expansion. Around the same time, Grimes County approved a package of tax incentives for a proposed facility near Gibbons Creek Reservoir, with the project's footprint reportedly spanning more than 22,000 acres, roughly 10 times the size of the current Giga Texas complex. The financial figures around the project, known as Terafab, have escalated just as sharply. Publicly available filings reportedly put the initial investment commitment at approximately $55 billion, with long-term projections across multiple development phases potentially reaching $119 billion, a steep jump from the $25 billion figure Elon Musk referenced back in March. Whether that escalation reflects deliberate strategy or a vision outgrowing its own early assumptions is, at this point, an open question. According to reports describing the project's internal goals, Terafab's mission is to push Tesla from a fabless chip designer into a vertically integrated hardware manufacturer, working alongside SpaceX and xAI to explore whether a single manufacturing platform could support autonomous driving chips, humanoid robot processors, and radiation-hardened aerospace silicon under one roof. That is a difficult combination. Automotive chips are optimized for low cost and mass production, while aerospace-grade chips need to survive a harsh radiation environment, and semiconductor industry observers have reportedly voiced real skepticism about optimizing for both at once inside a single facility. The reported target is a manufacturing system capable of supporting roughly a terawatt of computing capacity per year to feed the data demands of Musk's broader industrial ecosystem. An extraordinary figure that underscores how unusual this undertaking would be, even if only partially realized. Part of what could make that target achievable is a reportedly unexpected partnership. Intel is said to be in advanced discussions to bring its next-generation 14A process node into the Terafab project. If accurate, that would let Tesla lean on Intel's lithography expertise rather than independently solving the process physics required for sub-2 nanometer fabrication, turning what looked like a solo Tesla venture into a multi-party manufacturing effort. Tesla's existing chip relationship with Samsung continues in parallel for the AI5 and AI6 automotive chips, but reports of delays in Samsung's 2 nanometer roadmap have reportedly underscored a structural risk of the fabless model. Even strong chip designers remain dependent on a partner's production schedule, equipment, and yields, which is reportedly a key motivation behind building in-house capacity rather than waiting on outside foundries. The jump from $25 billion to $119 billion is itself telling. Once the development plan expanded past 22,000 acres, the original estimates reportedly proved insufficient almost immediately, suggesting the project's real scale only became clear once detailed engineering and land development work got underway. That kind of capital commitment has reportedly split investor opinion, with some viewing the $119 billion figure as a credible bet on Tesla anchoring a major piece of AI infrastructure, and others viewing it as a high-risk diversification that could absorb enormous capital long before chip manufacturing generates meaningful revenue. The county filings themselves tell a more conservative story than the headline number. SpaceX is reportedly committed to a legally binding minimum of $5 billion by 2030, plus employment targets running into the mid-2030s, a gap between the binding minimum and the public long-term projection that is a fairly standard way for large industrial projects to secure incentives and political support while preserving flexibility to scale spending up or down later. The scale of projected chip demand is part of the underlying logic. Estimates tied to the project reportedly anticipate a need for more than 200 billion chips over the lifetime of Musk's combined businesses, covering redundant inference hardware for autonomous vehicles, the microcontrollers and sensor processors inside each Optimus unit, and aerospace-grade silicon for SpaceX's satellite constellations. Relying entirely on outside foundries for volume at that scale is reportedly viewed internally as a structural bottleneck, since a geopolitical disruption or supply shock could ripple across the entire ecosystem at once, which is the core argument for building independent chip manufacturing capacity rather than depending solely on partners. The physical scale of the project has reportedly pushed Tesla and SpaceX towards something closer to a self-sufficient industrial campus than a conventional factory addition. Rather than leaning further on Texas's already strained ERCOT grid, SpaceX is reportedly planning a dedicated energy system, including its own natural gas power generation, private water treatment, and independent emergency services, infrastructure decisions that reportedly reflect how difficult it would be to fold this level of electricity, water, and computing demand into existing regional utilities. In effect, the supporting infrastructure has become almost as significant an engineering problem as the chip fabrication process itself. It's worth separating Terafab from other Tesla AI infrastructure that gets discussed alongside it. Cortex 2 refers to Tesla's large-scale AI training clusters, GPUs, and accelerators assembled into supercomputers for training autonomous driving and robotics models. Terafab operates at a different layer entirely, manufacturing the physical silicon wafers and chips before they're assembled into any system. The two are reportedly designed to reinforce each other, vehicle and Optimus data, feeding back into Cortex training, with Terafab supplying the hardware needed to deploy whatever Cortex produces next. There's also a competitive motivation that goes beyond chip supply. The broader AI industry remains heavily dependent on Nvidia, and that dependence represents a real cost and supply chain exposure for Musk's companies. Custom silicon, designed for Tesla's specific workloads and manufactured in-house, would reportedly let Tesla gradually reduce its reliance on third-party AI accelerators, removing an external profit margin from its cost structure and tailoring hardware directly to its own software stack, though that outcome depends entirely on Terafab actually reaching production at meaningful yields. The milestones likely to matter most over the next few years are concrete ones: continued construction progress in Grimes County, whether Intel's 14A equipment actually gets installed and running, and whether a potential SpaceX IPO materializes to help fund years of likely unprofitable early production. Beyond political announcements or land grading footage, the real test will be whether Tesla and its partners can hit stable sub-2 nanometer yields faster than the established foundries, TSMC, Samsung, and Intel itself, that have defined this industry for decades. With the global semiconductor market projected to pass $1 trillion by 2030, the upside for getting this right is large. But so is the amount of capital and execution risk riding on a project that, for now, remains substantially unproven.